what's up, fam? It's Nate. Welcome back to NaeBeLiving, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No. Today is Tuesday. I hope y'all are having a marvelous day. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I wasn't able to film yesterday, and we're going to get into that after I tell y'all what we eating today. So today, we have none other than Olive Garden. Now, I know Olive Garden is a restaurant, and I know that most of their menu consists of pasta. And pasta is a starch, and it's not the healthiest thing, right? We know this. But I want to let you know this. The goal here is to eat one meal a day at about 1,200 calories a day. What I have here is the chicken scampi. Chicken scampi is 1,260 calories. I want to let y'all know that you can find healthy food items on the menu also, which I already knew, but of course I would like to get to a point where I order the healthiest thing and not the most unhealthiest thing. What I typically get at Olive Garden is chicken Alfredo, the chicken fettuccine Alfredo. That is clearly not the healthiest thing. So we're gonna get on into this good old food, and I'm gonna tell you how my weekend was, because my weekend was fantastic. Everything just went and flowed so well. I'm gonna get some water. I'm thirsty. Oh, they about to have practice behind me. Okay. Let me get into this food. Tell y'all about this weekend. But before I do that, let me take a, yeah! Lord, thank you for all you have done and all that you are going to do. Please allow this food to nourish my health, body, and strength, oh Lord. Please bless those who do not have. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Get into this food, yeah. Oh, by the way, if you all are new to the channel, what I am doing is the one meal a day for 30 days challenge. I usually try to stay around 1,200 calories a day. So like 1,200, no more than like 1,400. I am getting older. I'm about to approach 30. You want to start looking right, living right. You know, whatever you didn't do at the age of 20, you start correcting at the age of 30. So this is one of the things that I want to work on. I just want to eat healthier. And I wanted you all to follow this journey, but this is 30 days. This is a challenge that I'm doing. I hope you enjoy. If you want to join, please, this is the disclaimer. If you want to join, please make sure you speak with your physician first. Do not do this without consulting with your physician on whether or not this is something you should try. But let's get into today's meal. Go ahead, take that first bite. This is good. A lot of flavor too. This is really good. It's like you have to cut up the chicken. But other than that, it's good. Okay. So while I eat, let me tell you about my weekend and why it was so amazing. About 2 weeks ago, one of my early childhood friends invited me to his 30th birthday. I was happy that he invited me to his 30th birthday. Yeah, that was like really big, because I left my hometown back in 2011 to go to college, and honestly I haven't really been back since 2019. That's when I came back. I kept in contact with some people, but not everybody. And it wasn't that there was anything wrong with the people I didn't keep in contact with. When I went out to college, like I said before, your whole life changes. You're trying to build new friendships going into college. You're meeting all these people from all over the world, and they look just like you. I went to HBCU, so they look just like me. And we are all trying to be better people out here in the world. It's crazy. It's a different experience, y'all. It was a blessing. So I was so caught up in that world that I didn't focus on back home. It was kind of like everybody's doing their own thing back home, just like I'm doing my own thing here. You know, that's how I kind of felt. So I just continued to do my thing at FAMU. So when this friend reached out, we've talked, you know, we kept in contact a couple years after I went off to college. Then we stopped, and then we kept in contact when I moved back here a little bit here and there, you know, because again, everybody has their own life. But for this individual to invite me to his 30th birthday, I just felt like that's major. We weren't like the closest, but we were good people. You know what I mean? And so I knew I had to be there. I know for a fact I need to go, because it's not every day that somebody's going to invite you to a special moment in their life. Whether it be a wedding, a special birthday, you're just not going to get that many invites, especially when it's from like an early childhood friend that you all don't even communicate with like that anymore. So you don't want to take that opportunity for granted and not show up. Now that I knew I was going to go, I was like preparing myself, because I have to mentally prepare to go somewhere. I like doing stuff last minute also, but I would much rather prepare my mind like, oh, I have to get up and go, you know, to such and such birthday. Saturday gets here, y'all, and I wake up Saturday and I'm just like, I'm really about to go to this party. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna see all these people who I haven't seen in a long time, and I don't even know anyone who's going. I don't even know who to ask if they're going, because they may not have been invited, you know. So I was really in a weird situation. Like, do I go and just sit by myself and hope for the best, or do I not go in there and think about it later, like, you know, start regretting not going? So once I knew I was going to this party, I went ahead and got myself together, got my nails done, figured out what I was gonna wear that night, and I told myself that I was gonna get, the party started at 7:30. Let me say that. The party started at 7:30. I told myself that I wanted to be there at 7, because I knew I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what the seating arrangements were gonna look like. I didn't know what to expect when I came in. So my thing is this: whatever event I'm going to for somebody, I always show up early. I love to see the layout. I need to know where I'm gonna sit. I want to go ahead and get a drink right now if I can. I want to use the restroom. I want to take care of everything before I sit down. That's just the type of person that I am, because I want to be comfortable. I had my slides in one hand because I had my heels on, but I had my dancer shoes in my hand. So I needed to make sure I had somewhere to put those. I had his gift. I bought him a bottle of Crown. I needed to make sure that I could put that somewhere. I left the house about 6:20 because it's in a different city, which is about 10-15 minutes away. I get there and it's 7 o'clock, so I already know I'm early, right? So I know I'm not gonna see that many people in there. I get there, I park, I walk in. It's like I kind of pictured in my head a little bit, like how the layout was. It was kind of somewhat of what I pictured. So I was like, okay, this is cool, this is a nice vibe. I asked them, I said, hey, is there a certain place we sit? They said, no, you sit anywhere. I picked out my seat. Now, before I go forward, I just want y'all to know what type of person I am. When I go to an event, like I said, I show up early, but I also like sitting closer to the back. See, if I showed up late, I would have came in there stumbling, trying to figure out where to sit, who to sit by. I just didn't want any of that, right? So I did what was best for me in the situation. Now that I'm in the back, I can see everybody coming in, which is what I wanted. I like to see people. I don't like when people see me. I want to see you before you see me. So that way, Like, if you sitting at a table over there, I know when everybody get up and start mingling and stuff, I know where to find you. You know, that's just how I was thinking about it at that time. I had a good seat. I was comfortable. I was ready to go. I was sitting by myself in the back, right? And then one of my friends from my neighborhood, he came and sat and he chatted with me. So we catching up. It was a great conversation that me and him had. And some girl who knew him came and sat by, like, right in front of me. She is in our conversation because we all work for the school board. So now I know somebody else who worked for the same school board I used to work for. Like, it was a good conversation, you know. So now I got people to talk to. I'm feeling more comfortable. And then this other girl who knew the girl who was sitting at our table comes in and she sits down. They don't really know each other. Like, they're not friends, but you could tell that they met in high school. You know, my neighborhood friend, he gets up, he goes back to his table, and me and the other two girls are just left there talking. And you all, when I tell you it was like a genuine conversation, you would have thought that we grew up together too. That's how genuine the conversation was. And then after that conversation, we told each other, we were like, man, I'm happy that I met y'all because I didn't know anybody here. That's what we all three said to each other. So just having them two was just like, it was God sent. I was like, oh Lord, you done sent two people at the table for me to talk to. Along with me meeting two people, I reconnected with a lot of childhood friends. Like, I haven't seen these people since high school. Like 2011 we graduated. So I haven't seen them since then. And so to see them now was just a blessing. Like, what? You know, and some of these people I met in pre-K. So that was even more exciting because we went to pre-K, elementary, middle school, and high school together. I'm happy that I went because I was contemplating on whether or not I should go just because I was nervous about being around people that I haven't seen in so long. But man, I'm glad I went. And if you're a person that's kind of like me, get out your shell. Get out your shell. A lot of times, like, the last time I talked to y'all, I said a lot of times you overthink situations. And that's one of my things. I overthink how an event is going to go, or, you know, when people invite me out, sometimes I get nervous on whether or not I should go because I haven't seen them in so long. But I'm happy that I went because the conversations are a lot more advanced and they're more mature. And I genuinely love stuff like that. I love when it's pure energy. And I love the maturity. You just see how people grow and how they advance in life. And that made my whole weekend, man. I don't even have to have a class reunion anymore. That right there was more than enough for me. Some of the people that was there, I'm gonna say the birthday boy and one of my friends that I met in kindergarten, we really struggled in school, especially in elementary. And so our parents would be at meetings together. We would do tutoring together. And so to see how advanced they are now and to see everything is working out the way it is for them. Like, one is a traveling nurse, and then the guy whose birthday it was, he's a whole basketball coach now. A lot of times people think you have to make it to the NBA to be considered big. No, your passion was basketball. NBA is not the only one hiring for basketball positions. You could be a coach in a college, you could be at an elementary, you could be the city league team. Like, it's other ways for you to continue to still have your passion and drive in basketball outside of just being in the NBA, because everybody's not going to make it to the NBA. So for him to be a basketball coach, that's major. Like, I seen this man with a basketball in his hands when he was like a kid. So yeah, I'm happy that he never dropped or lost sight of that passion. It was a blessing to see both of them, because man, when I say we struggled, you could just see it in each other's faces. Like, we want to do right, but them grades aren't aligning. And for her to now be a traveling nurse and for him to be a whole coach out here is crazy. It's a blessing, y'all. I went up to his mom and I told her who I was, and she gave me the longest hug. She gave me the longest hug, y'all. And I was just like, wow, like, you still remember my name, you know? But parents, listen, parents be knowing they kids' friends. So, and I could always say that, like, my parents, they always ask me about my friends. They, from my childhood, even him. And the people that I seen there, like old friends from like elementary school, middle school, the ones that I seen there, my parents still asked me about them even when I was in college. How's such and such doing? And so parents remember they kids' friends. That's one thing that I realized this weekend. That was just a quick story time. I truly did enjoy this weekend. I had to recover yesterday, y'all. It wasn't giving what it needed to give. So I'm back today. I do want to say that my videos may be a little off for the rest of the week, just because I have some things that I am currently doing that is now a priority and needs to be done by Thursday. So I'm going to work on it all day tomorrow and have it submitted on Thursday. I am going to have to put videos on a halt until probably Friday. But you all, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to 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 come visit the channel. Peace.